everybody in here. You know, I believe it was Malcolm X that said, them white people, they'll sell you the liquor, and then arrest you for being drunk. And I said, hip hop, they'll sell the youth destruction and blame them for murdering each other. Good vibes to all my dreamers and dreamettes out there. It's your boy Mickey Venti, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, make sure you know to do this channel. Just subscribe right now, like and share it, so we can get this live going around this morning. I hope the energy's up. We got a lot to talk about, and just a couple things I want to point out to you guys for this week. This week is going to be a tough week. We got a lot of things coming. Man. So, one thing I want to jump into real quick is I see what's going on in this whole industry and what's going on in these times. I picked up on the energy and what this whole thing is really all about. It has a lot. We got a lot to break down. We got a lot to unpack, you guys. So you guys, make sure you like this up when you get in here, man. Make sure you like it up. Like it up, please. Like it up. It helps the channel grow. It helps the video get around. Y'all know what it is, man. So like it up, and we're gonna jump right into it. To me, this is a celebrity war of secrets. A lot of celebrities that we know and we look up to, they have secrets on other celebrities. And this is what's going on. These secrets hold value, and they're worth millions of dollars. Some, as we can see in these times, some of them even billions. Let me take this off. Hold on. So I'm hearing allegedly Kim Kardashian, she has some info, and she has something to do with this whole the Diddy tapes and the with the feds. And I said to myself, as I thought about that, I thought to myself, I wonder how many celebrities has Diddy hurt that has information on him that haven't came out yet, or just might even have video themselves. It's crazy. Everybody's holding secrets, and they're using it in these tactics, giving them to lawyers. Legacies are being broken, but the reason why these legacies are crumbling is because of the person that was supposedly upholding the legacy. Not because of the supporters, not because of the fans. So we're not pointing fingers. We're just pointing out the facts in these times. And I'm also seeing a lot of abusers acting like victims. Do y'all see what I see? Do you guys see what I see? Do I see a lot of abusers acting like victims? See, but these type of stains you can't wipe away. I was doing a lot of research on a lot of different things, and just putting a lot of things together in my mind, in my head, and seeing how did we end up in this place? And it comes from a lot of different factors I want to break down today. This morning, I should say. Number one, greed. Greed is something that was always a part of hip hop, to the point where you're expected to have a bad contract on your way in. You're expected for them to steal from you, and you're supposed to just take it. So from the beginning, you're jumping into something that is going to take something from you that they don't even deserve. And having the proper backing behind you, oh my goodness, now you can't even get in because you might know more than that person, or that person doesn't. They're looking to take advantage of people. So that's where it kind of starts. But when I thought about this, wow, Kim Kardashian, Diddy, do you guys think maybe a possibility that he could have probably did something to Kardashians or anybody in that camp? And this could be so many, the angles that I'm seeing that's coming at him are people that actually have this information. I see people more in these times running, and the people that's running are the people that's guilty of these same crimes. And we have to understand that. There's so many things going on. Don't you notice that the climate of hip hop right now, it's everything is war tactics. Things that you hold over your head and just trying to get at the other person before they can get you. All of these are war tactics that's going on. Now recently I just seen Cardi B and Bia jump into and everybody's saying, "Oh, this is a hip hop battle." This is not a battle, you guys. We explained what a battle was when it came down to Kendrick and Drake making the same mistake. When you talk about the people's kids and you talk about the caddy stuff and you start talking about people's information, it's no longer a battle. It's called a beef. We have to separate these two things. This is not a battle. That was not a battle, what we heard. It's just like when Kendrick and Drake started going into the caddy stuff and the informational stuff, that's when people tuned out. The only people that tune into that type of stuff are the people that want to see beef, because when you're speaking on somebody's family, regardless if you're a celebrity or you're not, that becomes something that is going to stay forever. It's not, that's a beef. That's not a battle. A battle is when you're putting both of your skills or maybe comparing song to song and back and forth. But people are so used to this friction and this back and forth that they name anything about. Anything could be a battle, and we have to at least give people a clear understanding what a real battle is. A battle is when you are battling, especially in hip hop, it's skill based, it's song based, it's it's cool based. It's all about better than you when it comes to the music. It's all mostly about the music. It's not about picking information about somebody or information you feel like you have on somebody or trying to get somebody's personal information to put out there in the public. And because you have somebody's information or you seem like you have somebody's information and you put it out there now that, oh, I win. That's not how a battle is won. That is not even a battle. That is beef. When you're dealing with somebody's information, that gets into lawsuits and people are just sitting around and watching it like this is not a battle. There's two. I think that got so confused because of the Kendrick and Drake battle. People see that Kendrick was talking about things that like the pedophilia, and Drake had things talking about Kendrick behind the scenes. That's when the stuff becomes more than a battle. It becomes beef at that point. So don't be confused to the youth out there. Don't be confused and think that a battle it has to do with you. You could pull up the most dirt on somebody. No, it has to. A battle has always dealt with skill, putting your best work and forward at, and you can be in your best work. You can drop some information in it, but just make sure it's not catty. And that's the only thing people are getting confused in these times. It's just like battles are not just picking out people's personal information and putting it out into public, because that type of stuff would get you lawsuits and all sorts of other stuff behind the scenes that you don't want happening. And I heard the things that Bia had to say about Cardi and with Offset. This seems like, so you allegedly want to point out that Offset or something like that is cheating on Cardi, or Cardi is cheating on Offset. Look, they're a married couple, or I guess I'm not sure if they're married, but I'm pretty sure they've been together for a while now. And as we have seen in the past, if that is or any of that stuff is, that's really none of your business to put out there. Like unless you've seen that or could prove that. Even in the Remy Ma and Papoose, we seen okay the information went out there and it does I don't hear anything about it. Even though we don't see them together, you let things be like they are, because when you're dealing with relationships and messiness, that's not a place where you want to. That's a thin line right there, because it's still family. You're dealing and talking about people's family. Those type of things get you in. It's not about hip hop. It becomes bigger than that. So that's all I really wanted to say on that. Just know what a battle is and know what beef is. Two different things. It's just two different things. I don't know why people are even igniting the fire for that. I think they should just, really take a look into what people are doing on social media, and because people, and it's not because somebody's going to talk about you, and then you'll have people cheering it on, but you can't let it build into this thing where it's just like everybody's trying to say the most disrespectful things. If you have a dope song, or you drop a dope song, and that becomes the height of this whole, that's a battle. That's a battle. I just hate to see that, especially nowadays when the females are up, or some of them are up, as it may seem, and it just, that's something that they don't take that from the messiness with the dudes, because that's not something you do in battling, at least not in the hip hop, originality of how battling is supposed to be, calling out dirt and stuff like that. I don't really want to hear that, because when you really think about it, everybody got some dirt on somebody. So just putting everybody business out there online, eventually everybody business is gonna be out there. So it makes no sense. Um, yeah, so that's just one of them, and it's another thing I wanted to bring to you guys. To you guys, with now, when I told you guys about the some rappers, they have more power than others, and it's because of money and power. When I did my research, and I started realizing that the most powerful people in the world are bankers, because they fund the government. So when you start breaking that down, from anything under, if you offend any of those people, of course financially you will be destroyed. You could always tell where the bullets, or where the war is coming from, and where could, of how you got hit. When you examine how you got hit, if, oh, they attacking my money, you can kind of stare at, okay, this is where it's going because of this. People have power in certain places. Entertainment doesn't real some entertainers are just entertainers. It's not just like everybody, you think just because people make a abundance of money that they become powerful the next day. No, having power comes from the people you know, the people you're around, and people that you deal with behind the scenes that have nothing to do with hip hop, and they might have power in certain places where that might be available to you, at your service. If you can't put hands, or move stuff around, you don't really have power. You just have money. So when that's taken away from you, you're lifeless. Trust me, the more we go on in these times, being that in New York, everything is getting so much expensive, and for the people that's just trying to fight in the survival and trying to make it on the everyday, don't think it's just you. It's rich people too. They're going to be in trouble, because the more that things get expensive and people can't pay for things, the more they have to maintain what they already bought. And that maintaining that type of status is going to decrease your money regardless of what anybody says. We all know it. So everybody's in trouble in this time when things are just being expensive. Don't think that just because you haven't reached a certain point in your life that you might not reach there because things are expensive. No, you have to adapt to change. People that don't adapt to change, whether they have the most money or not, or say they have their money in so many different things. And the more time goes and things more get expensive, the values of things drop. Things start to drop, the values drop. So investments and things that people had invested in, they tend to lose money, or they sell their certain things because they don't want to, it's just dropping and losing more. And it's just because of the economy. For us to build a stronger economy, the number one thing has nothing to do with money. It has everything to do with trusting each other. Because if we don't have a trust in each other, we can't build an economy. We can't eat. The reason why you might see people like, they're saying they still pushing things at us to get money because they know we have money. What's happening is social media has took on a life perception, and I mean is people are trying to live their media look that they present in real life, and what happens is they lose money in real life. That's what's really happening. You're trying to maintain some, like the people that put this presence out of themselves, of this big stature, and they're trying to keep a maintenance of that in real life. But no matter what, that's going to keep going down and down and down and down because of the economy. So everybody's getting this big hit. That's why you see a lot of people, their main thing about who they're going to vote for has to do with money. It doesn't really have to do with anything else but putting money in their pocket. And when they say their pocket, they mean individually their pocket. We can't do that. if we don't come together, then the money can't flow correctly. If there's just a person over there on that community just spending a whole bunch of money, well, they will have no way to spend it on this because people are not going to have money over here. It's a balance in life. And we're coming to the point where social media has hurt society more than it has helped. Yeah, in certain ways, yeah, it helped people to connect with people, discover new things, solve a lot of problems. But at the same time, it put everybody on this fast pace where they're spending on things that not necessarily are going to be any value to them in the future. And a lot of that spent needs maintenance as the time goes on. So as time goes on and you're filling that bank of maintaining all these things, the value outside in the world is not only is they pushing prices up, but the value of things are dropping because of the, less people are just running towards everything like how you used to, when things were a lot more in better shape. So people are right now are just trying to build a blueprint for themselves. But everybody's blueprint has to make, when you lay them all down, we all have to make out a big map of the world when our blueprints stick together. Because if we keep separating, we're all in trouble. White, black, it doesn't matter. We're all in trouble. And I hope people see it like this. I hope people understand that it's not just about the money, it's all about the connection. If I can't trust in the next person or the person coming up behind me or the person I'm just giving my money and into giving my money to, then it leaves everybody in a stuck place where money is not being like circled. In order for a community to thrive, the pizza guy has to get paid, the bus driver coming through, the guys on the block selling the newspapers, whatever. Everybody has to have like this circle of income going in and out, because if the less people are working in these communities, and not because they don't want to work, it's just because what they're bringing in is not enough to sustain what they have at home, then you're going to see all communities just drop. you know I hope people understand that. I just hope people see it the way I see it, because in some people are running away from the problem, and the problem is not going anywhere. Everywhere they go has a problem attached to it. And that's just because we came to a point in society where we're starting to realize the things that mean more to us as far as longevity, and the finale things that people are tending to, stick all their money and all their time into. People are doing all these short-term investments, and these are the things that's not gonna, make it's you're not gonna be able to sustain a family or anything in the future if you go on like this. Like, so many days we're hearing like this. Of course, there's shootings. There's shootings every day. Let's admit it, man. Every weekend or every day there's a shooting somewhere. And the more guns out there, then you know it's kind of like people are having kids that they can't raise because of the money situations, and then you have the kids killing kids because of the stressful life that they're living, or however they see the world. They're hurting each other. So you got hurt people hurting people, and people that's jumping into life hurt, just out there just maintaining their hurt self. It's like, come on now, we could do better than that. Then, and to top it all off, you got hip hop. They're like the theme music to everything that's going on. Because a lot of these dudes, they don't have really that intent. They have the gimme gimme syndrome going on right now, because they've been fed bad contracts. The guy that's been fed bad contracts, remember, it's a cycle. If you didn't have a good career coming up, and you was always being dealt like people taking money from you, who's to say when you go back you're gonna help somebody else in the proper way? No, it's not gonna happen like that. Don't you see the cycle with P. Diddy? It wasn't just Diddy. It started from Clyde all the way down to Andre Harrell, then to Diddy. And don't think that people like Andre Harrell just gave him the job. Oh, just take my job, blow up, be a millionaire. No, we know what type of game hip hop is. It's a very greedy. The entertainment business is very greedy, and when it comes to power, it's very, very self-centered. So why would you think somebody just passed their job on? No, it's something deeper than that. We might not know exactly what it is, but we can see a pattern of what's been going on behind the scenes, and how certain people, what they brought to the game. Don't you think it's a shame right now that people are in question of Diddy and Biggie Smalls? That don't feel weird to you? That felt weird to me. That felt all types of weird. So it comes to the point where I had to settle with myself to say, you know what? It wasn't really Diddy that I was the one when in those bad boy days that I was really, like into. I really was into Biggie and his music. It wasn't really about Diddy as much. I'll be honest with you. It wasn't all the way Diddy like that. It was Biggie, Mace. I'm more into the artist. It's kind of like, I don't know. I wasn't really all the way, he's made his mark. I remember a time where I felt like, yo, Diddy, he looked at like the hip hop president. But then it became a time where it started to switch. And I only started realizing because I didn't really, it was a time where I didn't really pay attention to a lot of what he did. But it's a time where like now I guess I started like realizing again with the young Miami, like I seen him dating the younger chicks. And I just seen him out there acting like a little younger than he was. And my first I took heed when I seen his son trying to get there and he was still in like being in the like still want to be in the forefront. And that said a lot to me. I was just like, man. And then, come to find out, as time would go, all of this, roll out. Well, that's how things go. In these times, especially with AI. And I told you guys, there's no way what you have in the dark will come to the light eventually because of technology and just people running their mouths and just how people treat other people. If you treat people good, you'd be surprised how many people have secrets about people that they would never tell anybody because that person is such a good person. It's not really about everybody has secrets on somebody, but it's just about who you are as a person to make somebody say, you know what? Oh, hold on, I heard something on you. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna tell them. It's because how you treat people. A lot of these, what we hear about things going on in hip hop is how people treat people behind the scenes, and then they get on camera and want to smile it up and grin all in your face. But the reality is the same people that you're grinning, the fans that you're grinning to, you're actually hurting them too because they're artists that they look up to. You're behind the scenes robbing them. So it's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. And yeah, people are gonna be talking about Diddy more than you would expect. Of course, because look what type of figure he was. You don't get a figure or a mogul and just disappear and say, oh, nothing ain't happened. No, those are the people that they more with this stuff. Nah, change is not gonna come with just a slap on the wrist. That's not how change ever happens. Does change ever happen like that? I've never seen change in anything just happen with a slap on the wrist. The only thing I've seen easy is some people saying that they don't write their raps. Well, this ain't that. This is something that was already written and there's a pattern to it of these types of people. And once you figure out the pattern, you realize like, oh, I know exactly who you are. You're one of those guys. You're to take advantage, the power that you never had because when you really look at it, what real power do you have? You have the power to hurt your own people. But the minute the minute you hurt another race, now that power is stripped from you and you're up there and you're like lifeless. And it's because the people that you hurt and the people that you did like that behind the scenes, those could have been the people that backed you if you had did those people right. Because when in reality, everybody it's enough money for everybody. So I never understood why people are take but give new artists bad contracts, this and that. Because if you don't believe in an artist, why would you sign them? If you believe in an artist, you'll do everything for that artist to eat. But I think what it is, the power comes into the fact where people feel like that artist might make more money than them, and they're giving the artist an opportunity, and it gets into this whole like power struggle and don't in these times I would not stream and I would just go straight independent, fan to artist, fan to artist, direct fan to artist, artist to fan, fan to artist, because signing deals with these people are trying to get the rest of the money and they trying to dip. Don't think the people that you hear from back in the days and they doing this and they want to do that for the culture. No, if they wanted to do that, they would have already did it. Do what you're doing, but just do it at a better pace and a better rate. Don't make the mistakes they made because then you end up the same place they are now. Ducking, hiding. Trust me, getting new money is way, way easier than maintaining the money or whatever you have spent on and you have to maintain. It is way harder to do that. as much as you may think that it's hard to get money, once the money start rolling in and you start seeing the money coming, you'll start realizing the less things that you don't want to buy. You don't want to buy certain things. You start looking at things different. To maintain, if you buy a whole bunch of stuff, remember everything is like a subscription in these times. You're gonna have to maintain it, whether it's your front, the lawn in your front, or your car payments or something. Everything you have to maintain, and the maintenance is what is killing America right now. Because we bought a whole bunch of stuff, just a whole bunch of stuff. Some things we need, and some things we don't. And the thing about us, we buy all the same stuff. So it's not like we can trade because you have it, he has it, the same thing. You bought it the same day. It was ugly. I don't want to diss any brands because I have a brand of my own. But some of this stuff that we put our money into are things that we don't need. So we don't want to find ourselves in a place trying to look up to these people, because the money you think these people have, or the money they may have, they still have to maintain that money, and you have to maintain yours. You going up, and a lot of these people are coming down because they bought too much stuff. All you have to do is, when you get your stuff rolling, make sure you don't buy all that stuff, and have a savings for yourself, because in these times it's not like yesterday. Today things get, it's just more pricier all around the world. There's no place trust me, if there's a place where you can go and spend less, the crime rate is going to be crazy out there. Or people are going to have guns like crazy out there. Don't let these people fool you. They're in places where they're allowing a lot of people to have guns. And not only does that lower the population, us killing us, but at the same time, it gives them, they make more money off of us. The places that have the strictest laws are the places for you to be. Those are the most secure places, where the big bankers and the big people that really run the world are going to have their money invested. In the places where they're the most secure. Remember that. Hip hop does not run the world. It's more about the bankers and those guys up top that's funding the government and then funding these laws. That's what's gonna be the end all and the say all at the end of this thing, man. The end of the war, whoever, it's not about who has the most money. All these people are billionaires, man. These people are big dogs, big billionaires. It's all about what side are they playing on. If they're not on the side of entertainment, they're gonna be attacking entertainment, and that money is gonna drain. And I feel like entertainment is getting attacked now because the youth is very smart. We have most of the artists going independent. Being that you can go independent, they lost out on a lot of money. Yeah, they gained, but that's the reason why they're trying to get more money, because they lost out on a lot of money. More people in these times are going independent. Trust me when I tell you. You might see some people look like they're signing record deals, but anytime a record deal is mentioned over the airwaves on YouTube, it's always a bad situation. So the youth heard that, and a lot of them are independent. Not only do you know a lot of people are independent, so many people are trying to do music because it's quick money. Going viral is quick cash. So now that everybody's in that bag, the record labels and these companies, they're losing money because the music, it can't be put on, certain music can't be put on commercials. They already bought up the rights to all the artists that we don't hear about. They probably sold their publishing. They can't come out here and perform because somebody else owns their music. So the people that's gonna really make the bulk of the money now are the people that stood their ground and go independent. Now, it's not all the way independent because you still have to put it on a platform that's owned by somebody else. But it's the closest to independence that you'll have, and you'll have the closest to, at least the close to the most money you'll make. Slow money is good money. Fast money, it comes from everywhere and you don't know where it's going. People are robbing you blind. The more you can maintain your life, your money, your health, those are the parts that are going to keep you stabilized in this world. Not how much you have. It's just maintaining what you have. People could, you can, don't you know that you can start a business tomorrow and that can put you in the hole just because you're not structured right, and you might put all your time and money into something, whereas it's not, you didn't figure out that that's not going to work for me and that's going to pull more money from you. Opening a business and owning a business is not easy. It's not like you're Macy's and you're just going to be selling every single day. So you have to be aware and have things in place where money is coming in from different ways, where you can kind of keep a little structure of income that can, balance out your bills and balance out your everyday living. The reason why we are so much we see it so much now that people are in a bad place because you can't even maintain a relationship. In a relationship, if two people can stick together, it makes it a lot easier for you to get to the top. But two people have to know how to stick together. And that's the trick. There's no balance in that. So we lose a lot of structure on our way up. And these are the things, if we can correct it from the beginning, man, you'll be so surprised how easy it is to make a whole bunch of money. But when you have a whole bunch of money coming in and you can't structure it and you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in trouble. Trust me when I tell you, you're gonna be in trouble. You will you will remember that guy on YouTube saying, "Damn, I wish the money was coming in a little slower so I could understand and put it in different places. The faster it came, the faster it went." He was right. Why would I get up on YouTube and lie to you? It's not like I'm doing a million views. I'm just trying to attach the people that can hear me from far away to be like, you know what? Hold on, wait, hold on. This guy has a little clothing line going, and he's trying to build it on his way, but he's dropping jewels at the same point. He sees something a little bit different. Yeah, I've seen it from a different angle because I also see that you got to remember the same people you're talking about, the same people that we speak about in society today. If you have a business, these are the same people you have to sell your products to. So if you don't understand their minds and what they're going through, how you think you're gonna sell something to them? Why are you trying to throw a hoodie on somebody's back that just lost their kid? What are you doing here? So if you don't understand the temperature, that's why the structure it feels like that. Don't let anybody fool you. Everybody that's in business right now, even if their business is making money every single day, it's not making as much money as it used to because of the fact of how people, mental health, a whole bunch of things. Don't think that mental health might be a big business in making money in the, in the medical field, but when it comes to society, it's a big loss. It's a big loss. You know, J Lo, she canceled her concert. This is the same thing I told you guys. Not only does it's a lot of things that go into factor here. People want their favorite artist to come out and hit the stage, look glamorous, and the lights going. But you have to also understand that that artist has things going on at home, as well as maintenance, as having a good structure of people, a team around her to get her the right shows. So when Beyonce and the big dogs drop these concerts, that she would know exactly how much to put her tickets for, so it can have a little bit of. See, when you're not, when you can't read society and the temperature, you would, of course you're gonna put the sweater out there for $1,000. But that same $1,000 you put that sweater to, and you know who you're pushing it to, and you know they can't pay for it. And that's just not knowing how to read the temperature of these times. See, J Lo, what she didn't realize is that a few concerts already kicked off. You got the Nicki Minaj, the Beyonce, we got Taylor Swift. These Drake just came off a tour. We have a lot of people coming off a tour that people spent a lot of money on. So when you squeeze in now, not saying that you're not a big dog too, but it's just the timing that you came in. And that's what happens. And now, not only is that timing, while you up there performing, we know how we all human. You got things going on with Ben in the back. Your mind is not all the way there. Your mind ain't there, mama. Your mind ain't there. You know your mind ain't there. You couldn't wait to stop that show. People wouldn't even understand that. She don't even want to do that because she has other things going on. And this is what happens. When you don't have that structure around you, it takes a team in all of these aspects of your life. Even family is a team. So when you don't have this, you're just like lost out there. You're a zombie. You're a zombie out there just flying around because you don't really have no structure about yourself. even if you're doing something on your own, that takes a team too. Like you still could hire people, you still could have your supporters online, you know, working for you, and the trade off with that would be you can either give them clothes to post, maybe give them some free clothes, maybe you can even pay them and you get a certain point where you can give them a little salary to help you promote. But you have to have a team surrounded, no matter what. And if you have no trust in the society, we have no people's money is just going out the window to things that's not needed, then we're all in trouble. Might not be now, might not be tomorrow, but we all in trouble. You might have way more money than me, but we all in trouble. You might have the biggest house in the world. We all in trouble. You got to maintain it. That's just how life works. If we don't come together, the more we spread out, the more we're gonna crumble. People look at it like it's a. That's why I always. That's one of the things that got me so mad. In my, the reason why I said I'm gonna keep up with these lies because I've seen a lot of people, especially in the hip hop industry, look down on the people that the people that put their money and their hard earned into their music. I've seen them turn around now and disrespect the same people from the same neighborhoods they came from. And I said, damn, that ain't right. You're talking about these people hating on you. These are the people that supported you. How could they be hating on you? Now, of course, we have trolls that might not like this particular artist, so they're talking about that particular artist. But when it really boils down, it's kind of like, nah, you can't do that. You can't. I can't support you, and then you run off and start dissing me. And then look what happened now. They run off into the hills, right? And we watching them like they're never coming back. They run off in the hills. Now their house is getting robbed. You know why? Because they don't know their neighbors. The people that probably got them the Airbnbs and all these funny type of names for these rental stuff that doesn't belong to you. Those are the people that probably got connections with people to come and let them know, oh, this guy is gonna have jewelry here. He's gonna have jewelry here whenever he goes on his next tour, just go in the house and grab it. Come on. You're around people that don't even love you. Because you left the people that really knew you and loved you, but you being that you want to be put on this pedestal, you went into a place where you didn't even know that they don't even support your political issues. You come out, they got picket signs in your damn fence, and your kids can't go to school without being teased. Come on. We can do better than that. The first thing we should have did was build up our communities so our all the neighborhoods they would look a little better. We would have more people come throwing ads and stuff at us. I'm the average in the future. The average citizen or the average person will have companies directly throwing ads at that person for that person's personality instead of having to go through a big company. Because if you're online and your social media, you're somebody. Don't tell me Nike can't throw something from a regular person out there playing softball. Why not? If that's the best softball player in that neighborhood and he's influencing all softball players in every neighborhood, he don't gotta be on no big platform or he don't gotta be in the big field for him to get some sponsorship. Come on now. These people got billions of dollars, they're just looking for real influencers. Don't let these people fool you like you got to be a rapper. No, you can be somebody that put out good word and in your community. Once you influence the next person, you deserve to get paid from a big company if they feel like they can sell their ad or whatever they want to sell on your page. Yes, you should, and that's how social media should be. You shouldn't have a problem coming on here and making money when society is in the place where we are at right now. Don't believe these people talking about I'm gonna give you the money next year and this year. No, you should give us now. Every I'm talking about even video games make billions of dollars every 2 weeks. Don't try to fool us. We're not stupid. Everybody should be able to get paid on their social media platform. Everybody. If you're an influencer and you're just talking to your friends and you influence somebody else to buy makeup, why shouldn't you get money? Because you're not a celebrity? No, that's not how it works. Don't let these people fool you. You're somebody too. Stop looking up to these celebrities and start looking up to yourself and realize how much value you have in yourself. That's what I realized about me. That's why I said, no, I'm going to make a brand of and things that I like wearing because a lot of times when I wear clothes and other things from other brands, a lot of people, they say it looks nice on me or, some chicks buy it for their boyfriends or whatever, however it may look. It influences people. So the things that I like and the things I can see myself with, I don't mind influencing somebody else to purchase and support the brand. And that will influence that person to do it for themselves. That's how we grow. Not holding secrets above each other's head, because we all know everybody with secrets. I could tell you a bunch of secrets. What sense does that make? Holding a secret over your head and then saying, you know what? If you don't give me this amount of money, I'm gonna tell them. What? How many times could you do this? How many times is that gonna work? The more we build ourselves up, the more we build each other and work with each other, watch how fast the economy and the community would grow. Are you kidding me? We are the most powerful people on this planet. When we think something is cool, it is cool. It's stamped. There's no more. It's gonna go up. There's nowhere else to go. But if we don't trust in each other, then we can say as cool as it is, we ain't buying it. Because we know what we're trying to do. Everybody's trying to make money. But it has to be something bigger than that. It has to be something more than that. Once you start relating your message to people, letting people know what you're trying to do and what you're trying to get out of life, and you're not just about money, then people start to understand that you are a person that coming from something else or sees things differently than how people are out there showing it. Because it's hard to believe in this nonsense. I heard the thing about Busta Rhymes being sweet, but I didn't have enough information. I couldn't find enough information on Busta Rhymes, with other guys. But there's so much information out there. I can't just necessarily throw it away. It's like, wow, I guess the list is gonna be on its way and anytime soon. We know that hip hop list is gonna be crazy. But I started thinking about it the other way around. Not the guys that's hiding from other guys wanting to, letting other rappers knowing that they're gay. I felt like a lot of the guys in power, they might have abused some celebrities too, like Cassie. And celebrities are ashamed. Some females might have been ashamed to even come forth, but they will eventually, as their spirit builds up and they say, you know what, let me tell my story, because that's going to be the biggest story ever. The truth is always the biggest story. The more you hide it, whatever you put out will be less of value. You know what the people want to hear. You know what they want to hear, the truth. I heard one thing about Diddy that I have to turn around here, because I heard an interview from a guy, and he said the night when Diddy and Shine, you remember the whole Diddy and Shine incident with they're saying, a female said she saw Diddy, pull out the gun and shoot. Well, I heard this guy and I believed him. He said that, Shine did it. So when there's gonna be, in the midst of the truth, there's gonna be lies and things that can mix into it. You just gotta know what to pick out from that batch. In my head, I said, Sean, why would you at this point? That's if that is the case, that's not right, Sean. That ain't right, Sean. That ain't right. Now I understand that he did you dirty by getting different lawyers, but to say that, or imply that he was the one that down. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I believe the guy what he said, man. I believed him. He said that, it was just, they was just drunk. It was just drunk. It had nothing to do with really beef like how people did the conspiracies. It was just every time his man gets drunk, he always fights people. We all have friends like that. One time in our life that whenever they get drunk, they just get crazy. And that's what kind of happened. So Diddy pulling out this and banging somebody in that didn't happen. So you got, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. It doesn't matter if you have Diddy on the chopping block. That, to me, didn't sound right. So I don't know why, you got to be very careful of people putting lies into this situation because they want to see a certain outcome for that man. We know what we've seen, and that's what we can go off of. Because you can't take in everything until we have the right evidence. That's what it's about. We're not saying that any females, if any females feel that you have that evidence, drop it. You know it right now. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. If you have the proper evidence, drop it, because there's gonna be people that's gonna back you. We're not gonna just leave you out there because you're not a celebrity. We're not in them times now. That's last year. And this year, nah, we're not in them times. So don't feel like if you have something or you feel like somebody did you wrong and it was overly wrong, where it's almost criminal, well, don't feel like you're gonna be the only one that's gonna go out there, because what people don't know, we're all human, and a lot of us made the same mistakes, and a lot of people out there are trying to hide like they're Mr. or Mrs. Perfect. Nobody's perfect. It's just every mistakes come with different consequences. That's the only difference. And manning up and putting on your big girl panties to that is what that's about. That's just the human experience. You do something, for every action there's a reaction. That's in anything you do. So that's the part we're not going to dwell on that. We're just going to dwell on the information that's presented for us, right? That's what we're here for. Whatever information that's put in front of us, that's how we can make an assumption. Okay, is this real, or what's going on? But I was just like, man, for Sean to just say that, Diddy was the one to do it. That's kind of like throwing salt on. It's like, I don't know. So that's just that whole thing there just had me thinking like, man, you got to be very careful of the information that's out there, and just stick to the facts. Understand that these federal agents, they know what they're doing. This, by the time we saw this case, it was already being investigated from a while ago. A while ago. This probably had. I also heard something about Chris Lighty involvement, like he having some involvement. I hear things, I hear things, I hear things. But it's just I don't want to always present stuff unless I could actually see some kind of. But I do hear things, I do hear things, I see things too. I see people, they acting like something they're not. I see that every day, and I could kind of settle in with that if the temperature was right. I don't mind people just acting because it is entertainment, but when it comes to the point where it's detrimental to somebody else's life, then we gotta cut it out. We grown. We don't need that. Too grown for that. Too grown for that. I love you guys. Make sure y'all like this up, man. Make sure y'all like this up, man. I need that good healing energy. I'm sending all my healing energy out to you guys. Um, we're in the times where people are confused about what real relationships are, and it's scary. It's really freaking scary out there. Some people want love, but they don't want to fall into the traps of what they see on social media. Well, sweetheart, or to the dudes out there, you have to realize that finding love is offline, not online, because all the dating apps and all that stuff is over with. Don't even do it. Don't even do it. You'll have a better chance with talking to somebody on live and getting to know who they are on live than trying to go through a dating app where somebody's trying to put their best bio and their best pictures up. That's just not even safe. I wouldn't even advise anybody. I know that's going to be as far as people's business if they got the dating apps, but I'm just coming from me. I'm just telling you, I won't do it. That thing is not safe. So you want to find somebody in the things you love doing. Like if you say you like well, certain things, you say you like fashion or whatever, or you like yeah, say you like fashion, and you want to be a stylist. You get up with other people that do the same type of work as you. You see what type of relationships that they have and what they're going through, and then, maybe ask some questions. Maybe where'd you find it? And the more you guys make that circle of people that understand and love to doing the things that you do, you'll find love in there. You'll find love in there. Don't chase it, but you'll find love in there. And today I got the pinky pink twill hat. The the pinky pink twill hat, Inspired by Dreamzzz hat, is up. It just dropped today, and that's a limited amount. And I also have this dope. It's a collectible hoodie. Once y'all see, it's the Dr. Dreams hoodie up today, and there's only a limited amount of those hoodies. But the pinky pink hats, though, I know those are out of here. It says Inspired by Dreamzzz and has like a little rose, the heart in the back. It has like so many different patches on it. Style it up, add it to your closet. It's something dope. Y'all already know. And the link is right under this live. So you guys could check out the brand Inspired by Dreamzzz with 3 Z's at the end, .shop. But yeah, man, that's the times we're living in. But if like, it's kind of like even back to the J-Lo thing and just the whole entertainment business. If your relationship is not going right, you'll tend to see you're not gonna get the best out of that artist on stage. No, no way, no way, no way, no way. When you see somebody on stage, it's either they're single in these times, and they have their team and they're working, or they just after the money. Like it's just like if your not structure's not good, anything you do, it's gonna kind of like show in it. Trust me, everything you do is on social media nowadays. So how could you not think that you can just sell out tickets all over the world when there's some of those people were coming to the concerts? Maybe you could think for Ben, your relationship, your lifestyle, looking up to you in a certain way. So when that even happens on YouTube, like say you start a channel and you're a couple. If that couple breaks up, that channel is gonna go. It's gonna drop. It's just the way it is because people want to see both of you guys. They don't want to just see one person. They want to see both of you guys because some way, somehow, that audience related to that couple and they related to different things in that relationship. Now, if you take one out of the relationship, then you leave a whole side of people looking up to, like maybe they can't relate to the guy and they could only have related to the females and what they were going through. Now it drops that audience. And it's the same as the music. If you have a bad relationship and you're out in the public and your music doesn't reflect your relationship or what you're going through at that particular time, well, those seats are not going to sell like that. Beyonce puts on. See, the thing about that you have to understand with B and Drake, they set their they have not only do they have good teams around them, but they set their dates from early. And from that point when they set their dates, they are feeding it to their fans and letting them know to get ready. Anybody outside of they're not gonna be able to sell as much tickets. Now you can sell tickets if you drop the price, but if you feel like you don't want to drop the price, then well, you know, life will start telling the truth. Because it's not that people don't love you as an artist, but it's the fact that maybe putting all those tickets in, you want in the times like this where society things are being expensive, those tickets are expensive within itself. So that's a family event going out. So you do one, two of those concerts, you can't do four of those concerts. You can't complain at the end of the year if you're broke. You done went to every concert for your favorite celebrity and you don't have enough to pay the bills. Well, you the fool. So that's where you have to see the temperature of society, and not just because you drop a new song, you can drop a new tour. A tour has more to do with getting your audience, as well as you got to remember that people that's your fans are fans of other people too, and knowing the best timing to get your time to gather everybody. If you don't have that connection with your fans, you don't even know who's going to show up. It could be a guy and this girl with a guitar. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. You're going off of your past, your past accomplishments and thinking that that's going to always be the same. It's not like that. The temperature changes. The temperature changes, and being that the event might have, it's just the event is surrounded of your tour, that makes it even harder because now you have to grab everybody that's coming to see you. We know when you have the summer jams and things like that, those are different artists. So different crowds of people are expected to come. Those seats are expected to get packed because you have so many different artists that people are going to want to see different aspects of the concert, leave at different times and things like that. But when you have one artist, that's basically you're gathering your fan base from all over around the world, and they might be fans of other people, went to other concerts, spent their money on the tickets, and might not be able to afford yours. That's just how it goes. It's not saying that nobody doesn't like you. It just says that it's kind of like I bought my slushy from when you walking in Miami. For anybody that's been to Miami, you done bought your drinks and now you walking up the block and they're like, oh, that's Wet Willie's right there. You're like, oh my goodness. All right, let's go to Wet Willie's too. It's because you didn't get to that point yet. You bought your drink too early. Then you realize the line going around the corner for this one spot is the spot. And now you get there, you might as well just pour that out and just go straight to get the Wet Willie's, the Superman or whatnot. So that's just kind of like how it is, man. It's timing is everything. I don't believe it really has anything to do with the music. Well, and another thing is too, if you're dealing with selling or your concert is to older music that you had, then you're fighting with the today's time too. See, Beyonce, she can take you back all the way up till now. So yeah, that's the way it is, man. That's the way it is, man. So This week, I can guarantee you, we're gonna hear a lot more names come off of this list. We're gonna hear a lot more tea. The tea is gonna be spilling all through the week. I can feel the energy of this week. People got a lot to say, and they are ready to say it because as the time keeps on ticking, more things keep revealing. And unless we know that it's for sure, we gotta really realize where they're coming from and analyze, what they're saying. You guys, make sure you let me see what else do I have for you guys. I was thinking about dropping a new animation for you guys. Maybe tomorrow. If I can, I don't know. I'm gonna try to see if I can do an animation for tonight at 12. If not, I'll do a double up for you guys. Um, Trying to get myself together and trying to get everything going with the clothes and everything and setting up the shop. I'm a lot of stuff that's not there anymore. There's a lot of limited pieces, so I'm cleaning up the shop. So you guys, when you go there, you see all the new drip, and that might take up some of my time. But I'm gonna try to get the animation this weekend for you. I'm gonna get a dope animation in this week. I have a story and everything that I've been working on, but I just gotta finish it up, and then I'll start getting to work my editing. But until then, you guys, thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. I love you guys. Um, Type down where y'all coming, where y'all from, man. Where y'all repping from? Where y'all repping from? Where y'all from? Y'all from NYC? Where y'all from? ATL? Where y'all from? Texas? Where y'all from? Just drop it down below, man. Show your boy some love, and if you want to support the brand, the link will be down below. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys Wednesday. A new animation will be coming, so stay tuned and stay inspired.